I just want to send you a quick scouting report on Sjeb, playing them on Saturday. Pretty straightforward, 4-3-3, how they look to play. This is just their shape. They're in black, playing against Sporting Delaware. Um, clean, kind of clean in terms of how they possess, but at the end of the day, the center back's going to look to clear the danger under a little bit of pressure. So it's going to be important for us to have a good, solid line and make sure that if they're looking to play to any of these players, that our back line is a little bit tighter on them. Looking at their build up and their goal kicks, these are not the same clips, but there's three of them that the goalkeeper looks to skip the ball into the left back. So just make sure we're ready for that, because you can see it's just that and then a pass, and then they're already pass from the left back, and then they're into the attack, into our defensive half. Goalkeeper punt, not a big distance, but certainly just under half field. So we want to make sure we have it. Here's a goalkeeper again from a goal kick. Again, skipping the center back and playing it out wide. So just again, we want to be ready for that if you're playing on the right side of the midfield or as the right forward. Make sure you're ready for it. That's another one there. She does the same thing. So when they have a field player come to take the kick, it's still not that, still not that high. It doesn't look windy, but maybe it is windy, and that's one of the issues they're having. So let's make sure that we're just alert in everything that they're doing in their build up, because once they do break out, they do have the ability to transition to attack, and they attack with some numbers. So you can see how they're looking to try and play. A little bit better from her there on her goal kick, but certainly creates an opportunity where Sporting Delaware can create a scoring chance. Short, you can see what their shape looks like. Everybody pretty much in this area looking to help out. If we're not tight on them and they're able to make this pass, you can see how they're 2v2 when the left back is forced to go out to their wide player, and this can create some problems for us. So let's just make sure our lines are organized. And let me back up, I'll show you guys. So when they play short, we certainly want to make sure two forwards, wide mids, six, and then back line are here, and really making play predictable. A couple of in possession clips. So, again, they're just hitting the ball up in the air, but when they do calm down a little bit, they'll certainly play a pass or two. And then if the player has time and space, she'll carry, but really it's not super technical. It's just passing to alleviate some pressure. So as long as we pressure them the whole time, it should force them to cough the ball up and create turnovers like this, and then potentially give us some scoring opportunities. Just some attacking sequences from them. This is off one of their throw-ins. As they're able to regain possession, you can see they have no problem hitting the ball quickly and creating a quick transition moment. Same thing here, ball is bouncing around. Their forwards are decent, so we just got to be aware of them. You can see that she's there with some open space. Nobody's real tight on her. And then as she plays the layoff, that you can see that they're off to the races. So what we want to do there is just make sure that we're stepping to this initial one and not allowing her to turn. We need to make sure we're staying marked with their 10 or any of their midfielders and not give them an opportunity to run 30, 40 yards with the ball. You can rewind that a little bit just to take a look at the forwards actions for our center backs and any of our back line. Again, transition to attack. Nothing much out of it, just a clearance. But as they get the ball, you can see now they're 4v3, and we need an unfortunate tackle there, but we need to make sure we're really switched on to that. To attack, they end up scoring here. The Sporting Delaware center back doesn't hit the pass hard enough, and the player is able to score. So just their defensive shape and how they play. You can see there's areas here for us to attack. They're not super organized in terms of their line. So you can see that one ball there can really put them under a lot of pressure. We just need to make sure we push up our lines. Wide area attacking is definitely something we can do. So whether it's a wide midfielder or forward running into that area, should create some opportunities. Again, look how much space out wide is there. So if we're going to have our outside backs get forward or wide midfielders get to those areas, again, if she runs up, look at all the open space out wide. So again, it is a back four. They are a straight line or flat back four, but they do get out of position often, and so we should be able to take the ball into their area, the wide areas as well. Again, you can see here, wide area. She comes and makes herself available. This outside back goes to her, frees up the wide area for a 10 to run through or a second forward to run through. It's just got to be delivered and played, to her feet so that she can make something happen. I'll press our goal kicks. You can see they have the three up top, and they're just running and forcing us to play long. So we want to make sure we have a solution to those problems because, as I said before, they can transition well to attack. So you can see what their setup looks like, and they look to win the ball and put it right back in, and quick little touches and transitions to try and create goals. So there's a longer clip because I think they score on this one as well. So again, make sure we're tracking your mark right here in this situation because if she does get the cross off, she's in and can score. So again, outside backs, we talk a lot about being on the inside, making sure we're not ball watching. So that's an important piece. So their restarts, defending restarts, sorry. So you can see that they'll certainly put two up high. So be ready for that. And then they'll look to transition quickly. Again, you can see they have numbers here. Near post certainly looks like it's open. Anything short to get back in. But again, remember now they have two up high, so it's important that we have one more than they do, so we don't give them too easy of a counter. It's a free kick from wide area here, so you can see how their wall sets up. Maybe it's a player running up here to get a pass and take a shot. You guys can solve it. In corners, so now you can see how they stack all the players on the six here and run them in. Movements like. So feel free to rewind that, take a look, and then player on top of the 18 gets a shot off right away. See the same thing here, stacked up on the line. Pick. So again, making sure that we're even with the wall and not allowing the ball to get over our heads on a service is going to be very important. So hopefully that gives you an idea of what to expect from them. We're looking forward to watching you guys play and let me know if you have any questions.